Hello my fellow brickheads, it is I, Galaxy of Bricks here, and welcome to another LEGO video. Now, I know it's been a couple of weeks since I have posted a LEGO video, apologies for that one. I've been really busy with my day job and a few other things, so I've not got around to doing anything. But I thought, for today's video, we would go back to a concept that I have not actually been able to do since I first got them, because I wasn't overly struck on the theme, but the theme itself is starting to grow on me a little bit. And today's topic is actually going to be LEGO Marvel, but specifically the LEGO Marvel Mechs, because those of you who religiously follow me on TikTok and have seen one of my live streams and also my video that I posted last Sunday, I was able to pick up a couple of the small mech sets, and I thought, I've got an opportunity to review them, why not review all three at once? And we'll kick things off because we've got the Captain America mech suit to start us off with, set number 76168, and it released originally with a piece count of 121 pieces and was about £9 in retail. It has been discontinued. You can't get it on the LEGO store. If you were to get it on Amazon or eBay, you will pay probably between £13 to £16 for it. I think I paid about 16 for it. And it's also one of the first Captain Americas that I've ever owned in my life, and that is this. Now, as with all the mechs, they're not actually based on a specific moment within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're based on concepts and playability and characters for kids and things like that, so they're not actually based on specific moments. You won't go into any point within the MCU and find the mechs, but they're a concept that I have grown really attached to because I think they go very nicely with my LEGO collection. You get the first Avenger, Captain Stephen Rogers, or Captain America, played by Chris Evans in all the movies. I love his armour design. I think it's fantastic. The stars and stripes, the blue, the red, the white, the red gloves is all really nice. And then obviously that's the back printing. The helmet is a nice touch. And you do get his signature smirk, which is very in keeping with the character, because there are times when he does smirk and he does have a bit of a joyous grin when he's just defeated the bad guys. But then you also get his second face, which is his head with a chin strap. But if you put his helmet on, it kind of looks like Captain America has got a little bit of a goatee, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't think it works, and you don't get a secondary hairpiece with Captain America, which is a shame, a bit like the Tony Stark one we did in my Iron Man mech review. But it's not a deal breaker because you're getting Captain America in this set. He does come with his signature shield, which I'll just show you now once I've got it on his hand. There we go. So you do get his signature shield, and the pattern on his shield matches the pattern on the front of the chest piece as well. And much like the minifigure, the mech also comes with a shield as well. Now, just a little bit of trivia for you. Captain America's shield is actually made out of vibranium, which is one of the strongest materials in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's tougher than anything. It takes a lot to break it, and 9 times out of 10, anything that hits it just bounces straight off. And I love the fact that they give you a big version for your mech as well. So if you're fighting Thanos, or you are doing one of your mocks, or you're doing a diorama piece, you've got the option to have Captain America in his mech suit with a shield as well. It's kind of nice. It's quite a hefty build. Most of the build parts go into the torso and the arms. The legs are a bit fiddly, as I stated in one of my previous videos, so you've just got to be mindful of the fact that the legs do sometimes move if you're not very careful. The colour scheme, the red, white and blue, very patriotic, very Captain America, and again you get these pieces for the hands that kind of like make it look a little bit sort of chunky and very big, so it's in keeping with that robot sort of style. And again, Captain America is such an iconic character, and he's a big part of the MCU. So for me to get him as a mech and a robot piece, I'm happy with that, because it's probably going to be the only Captain America that I will actually ever own, because I don't collect a lot of Marvel sets, but I've developed a keen interest in the mechs. So the 121 pieces that you get with this, the vast majority of it are going to be in the actual mech itself. I think they should have released a hairpiece for Captain America, but they didn't release one with Tony Stark. But I mean, I'm sure you can probably find another hairpiece off one of your other characters that fits him very well. And again, Chris Evans plays him, and he plays a very good character. So that's definitely worth picking up this on the secondary market if you are prepared to pay a little bit more. Now we come on to my second of the two, which is also one of my favourite Marvel movies and also one of my favourite Marvel superheroes ever, and that is the Black Panther Mechs, set number 76204. This releases with a piece count of 125 pieces and is about £9 currently on the Lego store. And that looks like this. And I just love already the purple and black colour scheme. You've got such a contrastingly dark tone to it, unlike what you get with the Captain America, which is very stars and stripes, red, white and blue. And then obviously with the Iron Man one, it's very gold and red, and then Thanos is blue and gold. This is just really dark, and I love the fact that the mech itself has the claws instead of like the chunky pieces. It's actually got claws as well, and I love that. I think it goes brilliantly with the concept of the Black Panther. Where to even start with it? I mean, it's a lot slimmer than the Captain America one. So even though it's actually more pieces, it's actually slimmer. And I love the fact that it comes with your very own your very own Black Panther figure, who is played by the late great Chadwick Boseman. If you've not seen Black Panther, I would highly recommend that you do so. It's one of my personal favourite Marvel movies, as well as one of my favourite films. And Chadwick Boseman, who is sadly no longer with us, he passed away, plays a fantastic character. And I love the fact that they even give you the claw pieces as well. So you are able to kind of have him sort of on Wakanda, fighting Thanos, and trying to save the universe as well. And I love the armour detailing. I think the silver's really nice because you get it on the back as well. And I love the fact that the minifigure very much looks like Chadwick Boseman as well. There isn't a second face for this one, but doesn't really matter because they also give you his mask and his head. Sort of, if you want to cover his face and not have him portrayed without a mask on, they give you the option to just swap his head over, which comes with a little piece at the top for the ears of the Black Panther. So that's nice. I think that kind of offsets not having a secondary face because you get a secondary head. But again, like I say, you've got the claws, which are really nice, and then you've got the nice blue, the purple and black at the bottom with the accents of grey. The windshield is an interesting inclusion. I didn't expect it to have a windshield piece, but I'm not against it. I think it's only adds to the playability and the displayability of your Black Panther. And I love the fact that this would not look out of place on the battlefields of Wakanda as you're trying to defeat Thanos and all his minions who are trying to destroy the universe. I think it goes brilliantly, and I think it's fantastic and definitely worth picking up because, like I say, I picked this up for about £8, and it's so I picked this up for about $8.99, and I absolutely love it. I think it's one of my favourites of the Avengers sets that I've got because it's just so different in terms of colour scheme, and it's nothing flashy. It's simply just a set of claws on a set of armour, and it just pops really nicely, and the colour scheme goes very well. And obviously you've got your Black Panther, and he just slots into his mech suit like so, and then voila, you're good to go. So that's the Black Panther one. Again, I think this is the highlight for me, just the fact that it's a character that we've seen quite a few sets of. I mean, you can get quite a few Black Panthers, but I just love the fact that it's a cheap way of getting a Black Panther, and you actually get quite a bit with your 125 pieces because it goes into the build, but you're getting swappable heads. So you can have a masked version or you can have an unmasked version. And again, you could have it, if you wanted to recreate scenes from Captain America Civil War, you've got the option to do so with Iron Man and things like that, and Captain America and things like that. So they blend seamlessly into each other, which is really nice as well. And then finally, we come onto the third mech of the three that I'm going to be talking about today. And this one was recommended to me by one of my fellow reviewers on TikTok. And that is this, set number 76202, which is the Wolverine mech from the X-Men series. And this released with 142 pieces. So this has got more piece counts than Captain America or Black Panther, and retails for the same. And now this I picked up from Tesco's of all places, and I'm glad that I picked it up because, like I say, this was recommended to me by one of my fellow reviewers on TikTok called Just 15 Bricks. So Seamus, mate, if you're watching, very good recommendation. I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic, and it's a great little conversation starter. And this is what it looks like. Now, instantly, the thing that will strike you with it is the colour scheme. The yellow and the blue with the red highlights at the belt and the waist. You've got these large sort of claws as well, which, if I'm not mistaken, are also made out of, I think they're made out of vibranium as well. But they just look really menacing, and they look kind of like a beefed up steroids version of Wolverine as well. And I think one thing that I love about it is just the fact that it's got Wolverine, and Wolverine is such an iconic character in all the comics and all the video games and the films. So to have him in a mech, and rather than me paying like £25 for a set, when I can just get one Wolverine for this, I absolutely love it. And I'll show you the Wolverine figure now. Again, a little bit like Black Panther, Wolverine comes with these claws as well, because those of you who are familiar with all the comics and everything will know that his claws retract, and they are lethal weapons that can just stab anything and claw into anything, and to destroy them it takes an awful lot. The overall armour design and the outfit design for this Wolverine I love, because it kind of takes you back to that sort of like early 90s, early 2000s comic book style of Wolverine. Obviously, in the movies, he's played by the great Hugh Jackman, but he doesn't wear the yellow outfit. He wears the sort of like his dark utility suit and his street clothes. So to have him in his comic book yellow form, I'm all for that. And I mean, he does come with two faces. So you've got this one, which is kind of like his goggles and his whiskers, and it's his he's covering up his face. And then his second face is more a serious, angry attack face. And I love this face, but I think based on the concept they give us for Wolverine, I absolutely think this one works so much better with the goggles. And overall, great figure. I love it. I think the Wolverine is what really sells it to me, is the mini Wolverine. Now, unlike the Captain America and unlike the Black Panther, Wolverine is not part of the Avengers. No, they are part of Marvel, but they're a different part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're not actually intrinsically linked as of recording. You don't see them quite yet. And that's okay, because it adds a little bit of variety to the set. I absolutely think that this one wins because it's got a colour scheme that just is so eye-catching and is so different that you don't really tend to think about it very often. I think the yellow and the blue and the red, and then obviously, you've got the X-Men sort of style chest piece. You've got the claws as well, which look absolutely phenomenal when you put them on. And I think in a mech, to get this kind of detailing is very nice. You've got the posable legs as well. Again, one gripe that I've got with the mechs is they can be a little bit unsturdy, so you kind of have to find that right balance of how to display them. But I think they absolutely look amazing, and he's got a similar sort of finger and hand pieces to the Captain America one. So they're just kind of like chunky pieces that you can fold in, and then obviously you can just have him and have them fighting like that. One thing I hope they do release with these mechs is a few more bad guys, because mostly at the moment the only bad guy that I've seen that I have is Thanos, and I think there's a Spider-Man and Green Goblin one, which is a 2-pack, but there's actually no other villains. I think it would be cool if they were able to release, say for argument's sake, maybe a Red Skull to go with Captain America, or they released, you know, maybe Sabretooth with Wolverine, or maybe even, I don't know, a Mystique or Magneto. That would be an interesting touch with a mech, but I understand it wouldn't fit their characters. Sabretooth would work very well with Wolverine, but maybe not Mystique or Magneto. But I think they need to release a couple more bad guys in the mech line of Lego Marvel. And so that's Wolverine, Captain America, and Black Panther. So you've got the three of them together, and I'll just pose them all down like that so you can see them all. And you've got to admit, as they look really cool, and I think seeing the three of them together, they look really cool as display pieces, and I'm going to have these on display with my Lego Star Wars collection. And I'm very much glad that I picked all three of them up. I know that they have also done another version of Iron Man, and there's also, as I say, there's the Iron Man, there's a Thor one that I haven't got, there's a Spider-Man and a Green Goblin, and there's another one as well, but off the top of my head I can't think of it. I like all three. The Captain America one is okay, not as overly struck on it. The Wolverine one I like. It's just a shame that that's the only one from like the X-Men side of the Marvel that we've got so far. I love the Black Panther because it's one of my favourite superheroes, so I'm a little bit biased towards that. But in terms of just colour and design, I like the Wolverine one the most. I think the yellow is brilliant. It's a really good contrasting colour with the other two. So you've got very patriotic red, white and blue, very dark kind of purple and black. You've got the yellow and the gold and the blue, and that harks back to me growing up and reading all the old comics and seeing Wolverine in his gold and sort of blue and red sort of highlighted suit as well. So three very nice mechs as well. So if you have not yet followed me on TikTok, please go and follow me on TikTok at the Galaxy of Bricks. I have talked about these briefly, and I also did a live stream on these two when I opened them up out of their packaging. I will post some stuff for this on my Instagram account, and I will also post some things for it on my TikTok as well. So we are coming towards the end of the video now. Again, as I've stated repeatedly, I don't intend to do a lot of Lego Marvel videos because the Lego Marvel sub-theme is not something that I am a massive fan of. It's not something that I intend to have a large collection of. I'll only probably end up just getting the mechs, and I'll probably only end up getting those that interest me, so I don't really have any intention of getting, say, for argument's sake, another version of Iron Man when I've got one already, or I won't plan on getting, say, another character in the MCU that I'm not overly fond of or I don't know much about. I'll only get the characters that I know and those that appeal to me. But I'm glad I picked these up because they look really cool, and I would definitely say if you're not sure about them, pick them up because they're small sets, they don't take long to build, they're aimed for about ages 6+, and 121 pieces, 125 pieces and 142 pieces, you could build all three in about half an hour if you really knuckle down and get onto it. So they can fit in a backpack, they can fit in, you know, your pocket, you can take them with you if you're on a long distance travel and you want something to occupy your child. If you want to build up a collection really small, you can always start your way with these and work your way up. So that's just what I think. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys like these? Would you like me to review any other of the mechs? Are there any other Marvel Avengers or any other sets that you think I should really look at? Please let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe so that you never miss anything that I post on this channel. If you don't follow me on TikTok, please go and follow me on TikTok at the Galaxy of Bricks. If you are not yet subscribed to my Instagram, please go and follow me on there at the Galaxy of Bricks as well. And hopefully in the next week or so, we will have some more very cool, very interesting, very quirky content, because I've got a lot more things that I want to do. Until then, guys, please look after yourselves, enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye now.